Good morning. Good morning. I am Oscar Dubon, and I am honored to serve as Faculty Marshal for today's celebration. Welcome to today's College of Engineering commencement ceremony, honoring the class of 2023 doctoral candidates. We are thrilled to have you all here to share in this very special day. Today's ceremony is being webcast. If you would like to share the address with family and friends, the link is engineering.berkeley.edu/BEgrad, and that's it. To everyone who has already tuned in, welcome. To begin the ceremony, we have invited Leah Skurlock, who will be graduating from UC Berkeley with a bachelor's degree in vocal performance next year, to sing the national anthem. Please stand as you are able.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much, Leah. Please be seated. This morning's commencement celebration is devoted entirely to our doctoral degree candidates. Here today, nearly 200 brilliant, persistent individuals who have earned a doctoral degree from Berkeley Engineering. UC Berkeley is recognized as a world leader in graduate education and research, with more top-ranked graduate programs than any other university in the world. The programs in Berkeley Engineering are no exception. And while that says great things about our faculty, it says even more about you, our graduates. Each one of you should be very proud of your accomplishments. We certainly are. We have a great program planned this morning, and we ask that everyone please stay for the entire event out of respect for all of our graduates. To offer the first of what will be many congratulations, I am pleased to present Sujay King Liu, our brilliant Dean of the College of Engineering. Please welcome Dean Liu.
Good morning, graduates. On behalf of the faculty and the staff in the college, welcome to Berkeley Engineering's 2023 doctoral commencement. It is both an honor and joy for us to celebrate your milestone achievement together with you and your family and friends, whether they are here with us in person or watching remotely. The path to getting a doctoral degree is difficult, with multiple highs and lows. While navigating your pathway through our rigorous program, you've also overcome extraordinary challenges and circumstances outside of the classroom and lab, such as the pandemic, natural disasters, and societal and political upheavals. These experiences have also helped to prepare you to tackle the most complex problems of our time. Engineers are known as doers. We are regularly called upon to use our knowledge and skills to solve problems and to innovate new solutions. Now, this morning I asked ChatGPT, what are Berkeley engineers known for? I was really happy when it responded. Well, they're known for their exceptional education and contributions in various fields of engineering. But as Berkeley engineers, you also carry with you the ethos of our public university to serve the greater good. That's why I'm also happy that ChatGPT said that Berkeley engineers are known for their commitment to addressing societal challenges through engineering solutions. We've witnessed how those with the fewest resources to cope are disproportionately affected by the challenges I mentioned earlier. And we learned the importance of community for supporting not only our academic success, but also our mental and physical well-being. Berkeley engineers should lead not only with technical acumen and entrepreneurial know-how, but also with empathy and compassion, which are keys to individual and community well-being. I look forward to seeing all that you will accomplish as inclusive leaders who create knowledge equitably for the benefit of our diverse society. As you innovate new technologies and products, be sure to seek out and include the perspectives and ideas of a diversity of people to maximize your collective success. You are now joining an incredibly accomplished community of over 73,000 Berkeley engineering alumni around the world. I have no doubt that you will make us all proud. Congratulations, and go Bears! I now have the pleasure and honor of introducing one of our remarkable students who is graduating today, student commencement speaker Alex Moreno Belmares. Alex is graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering and computer sciences. He credits his parents for making sure that their 3 children received the education that they themselves were unable to get. And each of those children exceeded their expectations of graduating from high school. They all went on to college. Alex and his brother enrolled at the University of Texas at Dallas, while his sister went to the University of Texas at Arlington. In 2017, after earning his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from UT Dallas, Alex came to UC Berkeley to continue his graduate studies. Here, Alex earned recognition for his work on low-power wireless technology and micro-robots. His awards that he earned included the NSF Graduate Research Fellowship, a Chancellor's Fellowship, and an Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences Excellence Award. Throughout his time here, Alex has mentored undergraduate researchers and volunteered with several STEM outreach programs. He also served as an officer in the Latinx Association of Graduate Students in Engineering and Sciences. The next chapter in Alex's journey is to start a company based on his research. We'll be staying tuned, and in the meantime, he'll stay engaged as a mentor and a role model for others. Please join me in welcoming Alex as our PhD student commencement speaker.
Thank you, Dean Liu. Good morning to distinguished faculty, fellow graduates, family, and friends. It's a great honor to celebrate this day with you. I can guess what many of you are feeling right now: joy, pride, excitement, relief, probably a lot of relief. Getting a doctoral degree is no small feat, particularly one from Berkeley Engineering. A grad school friend of mine familiar with my journey recently told me that I was resilient. Is that what people call it? I just thought I was surviving this crazy journey we call graduate school. None of us had an easy ride getting to this point. Sacrifices were made. We came from all over the world without knowing anyone to start a new life here. We continued our studies while the world was both figuratively and literally burning down, and we were in the middle of a pandemic, fearing for our loved ones. I almost didn't make it here. I wish I were exaggerating. I had the textbook definition of imposter syndrome. It took me multiple tries to get through my preliminary exam. I had no funding, lost eligibility for university fellowships, and was close to being officially dismissed from the PhD program. As if that weren't enough, I also was experiencing the loss of a 3-year relationship. Emotionally, mentally, I hit rock bottom. At those low points in your life, it is extremely difficult to see a way out of the darkness, but those lifelines are there. Keep your eyes open to them and be ready to grab on tight when offered. I had my family, my friends, and key allies in my department and at the College of Engineering who helped me through the toughest times. I had my therapist, university officials in the crowd. Please keep covering mental health and ship insurance because we all need it. With help, I came to realize that we are all a work in progress. We are both the art piece and the painter. Every single day, we get the opportunity to paint over our flaws and become the person we want to be. Taking a cue from the best-selling book, Atomic Habits, I started making seemingly small changes in my life, initially because that's all I could manage. My atomic changes prioritize mental, spiritual, and physical health, like waking up at 6:30 a.m. every morning and still sleeping 8 hours. That was a brushstroke. I began exercising every day, becoming indistinguishable from the gym equipment. That's another brushstroke. I even started making my bed every morning. My mom was pretty proud of that one. I made time for passions I believed I had to give up to survive grad school, allowing myself to move those hips in salsa class and strum those strings on my dusty guitar. My painting was starting to fill in nicely. Slowly, I started having the life that I wanted and was happy with it. I kept this growth for months, and seemingly out of nowhere, things started to change. I published a paper, won an award, received a research presentation award, and even started a company that is actively talking to investors. Me, the imposter. Ha! For so many, it's easier to focus on our failures and struggles than on our successes. That got us all here. It took 6 years and several coats of paint, but I now know I'm no imposter, and neither is anyone here who is graduating this morning. We are hardworking, talented Berkeley PhD graduates. So as you go off to revolutionize our world, remember that you're not defined by your failures or bound by who others think you are. You have the strength and resilience to create the masterpiece you were meant to be. Fiat Lux, and go Bears!
Thank you, Alex, for sharing your path and that incredible story, and best wishes to you with your startup. All right, now it is my great honor to introduce our keynote commencement speaker and esteemed Berkeley Engineering alum, Colin Paris. He's Senior Vice President and Digital CTO at General Electric. Colin's path to engineering began in childhood. He credits his chosen profession to the influence of his father, who is an electrical engineer and professor at the University of the West Indies in Trinidad, where Colin grew up. When it came to select a college, Colin chose his father's alma mater, Howard University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering. Colin continued his studies in electrical engineering and computer sciences here at UC Berkeley, earning his Master of Science and his PhD degrees here. And as a Sloan Fellow, he also received a Master in the Science of Management degree from Stanford University. By the time Colin joined GE in 2014, he had already built a career on the digital transformation of industries at AT&T Bell Labs and IBM. At GE, Colin led the development and application of industrial analytics, including the company's digital twin initiative. By using machine learning and AI to create digital twins of all of GE's industrial assets, Colin and his engineers created living, learning computer models that could accurately predict the performance of sophisticated equipment and systems. This includes jet engines, transmission grids, and more, allowing engineers to predict failures and to optimize efficiency. This was groundbreaking work, and it spanned multiple industries, from banking and healthcare to aviation and energy. Last year, he was elected to the US National Academy of Engineering, which is the highest honor for an engineer in the United States. The Academy cited his industry-leading innovations in digital data analysis. It's clear that this year, though, has been a banner year for Colin. He received the 2023 Black Engineer of the Year Award for his work in digital transformation, and he was also recognized with 2 awards from UC Berkeley. First, the 2023 Distinguished Alumni Award in Electrical Engineering, and the 2023 Campanile Excellence Award in Achievement Award. And, of course, probably the best honor of all is to be Berkeley Engineering's 2023 PhD commencement speaker. Please join me in welcoming Colin to the podium.
Okay, good morning. Thank you, Dean Liu, and thank you, Alex, for that excellent speech. So let me say good morning to our esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, family, friends, and especially the soon-to-be hooded graduates. Today marks a milestone in your lives, and it's a great honor for me to be here and to share this moment with you. It's a very special, unique occasion for you. I'm truly delighted to be here. So let me start by giving my heartfelt congratulations to all of you, all of these PhD graduates on your excellent achievement. All of us here are truly proud of you. I also want to give my congratulations to all of the support groups who enabled you to be graduates this year, right? All of the friends, the families, significant others, the staff, and anyone who has helped you make this achievement possible. So now it was with great delight, but some trepidation, that I approached this honor when Dean Liu asked me to speak here. And I wondered, what could I possibly share with you on this very special occasion? What would be useful and relevant on this special day? So I took some time to reflect. I thought about my time at Cal, my graduating ceremony, my Cal experience, and how it shaped the last 30 years of my career. And then by doing that, I thought through memories, insights. What are the personal truths that I learned here, but more importantly, that endured and were proven through the course of my career? And one interesting truth came to me. Let me give you a bit of that memory and the journey that memory led me on. Now, we all know that the education at Berkeley is world-class. Clearly, the research is brilliant and innovative. But what you'll find as you search your memories is that what you truly remember are the great people that you met here. Professors, classmates, staff. So my memory starts with a great person. He was a member of my dissertation committee, and this memory and this interaction with him is all around a Thursday afternoon in the spring semester. So I had the privilege and the blessing to have Pravin Varaya as a member of my dissertation committee. Some of the graduates may remember him, many of the faculty might. And so on a Thursday afternoon, I'm actually passing along outside his office, and I see him in there, and I walk in, and said, do you have some time to spare? And as always, he gives me time. So let me tell you my reflection of Professor Varaya, so you can see my context. He was a professor both in the EECS department and the economics department, a broad and innovative researcher, a gifted thinker and teacher, a brilliant and nice, gracious person, one rooted in pragmatism, but embracing optimism for the future. So nearly every conversation you had with him was one that was thoughtful, exhilarating, and steeped in knowledge that you would decode later. So Thursday in the afternoon, we were talking. The question is, what did it mean to get a PhD? What actually did the PhD prepare you for? They're the obvious truths, right? Teaching, research, industrial innovation. But Praveen always pushed you to go deeper. What was the essence of it? It was a long discussion, but he left me with something useful that I could develop. So I'll give it to you. What we concluded was that the essence of what the PhD prepared you for was to manage and maybe master change. You can manage and master change. He said change was the constant in the universe, and along this journey of change, if you could manage it and master it, this is where you would make your best contributions, create your most value, become the best person you could be. So I spent the weekend thinking through what it meant to master change and what our discussions were about. And I came away with 3 things, and I'll give that to you for your consideration on usefulness. I call it the 3 Ds. The first D around mastering change is, can you discover the change? Now, you do it in your PhD research. You look at things that are happening, things that are changing, and you ask yourself, what does this change mean to the body of research that I'm happening? You could look at a change that's here or a change that's coming. But you're asking, what does that mean? And what you're trying to do is find out 2 things. Are there problems worth solving or opportunities worth embracing? So that's discovering the change, the first D. Second D is you dwell on the change. You put the time and effort to examine this change. You start off by, as we all know, looking at a literature search. Who else is looking at this change? What else are they finding? I don't need to look at that. What else can I look at? Can I understand the fundamentals of that change? What are the fundamental components? Which one is weighted more than the other? That's dwelling on the change. And the third is all about directing the change. This is where, given the understanding you have, you direct that change, your research, to do something useful. New research, a new engineering solution, create a new industry. So you have deep capabilities with the technological skills you've built as a PhD, but you have a foundation that's even more powerful. You can manage and maybe master change by discovering it, dwelling on it, and directing it. So this seed for me started at Cal. I began thinking, reflecting on that. And then my journey over these last 3 decades, as Dean Liu mentioned, has been around using data and digital technologies to increase value. And so I began to ask myself, how would I manage change in those environments? Maybe there was the hope of even mastering it. So let me give you some examples of where I've seen that change. So I've seen the change in the industries I've worked in. At AT&T, it was all about the telecom industry. In IBM, it was banking, financial services, retail. At GE, it was aviation, locomotives, healthcare, energy, and manufacturing. Every one of those industries has seen change. If you look back right now, it's multiple cycles of change right now. Healthcare, energy, and manufacturing are going through profound change. I spent time in digital technologies. That's where my interests and passions are. Lots of change. On the hardware side, we looked at semiconductors, storage, compute, networking. Servers, cloud edge changes. On the software side, changes in operating systems, databases, middleware application, microservices, all these architectures as a service, containers, open source. On the logic side, task-driven logic, physics-defined logic to data-defined AI, ML logic, all changes. On the business side, Dean Liu mentioned my journey in Stanford. Lots of changes. Every role and every function, whether it be research, hardware, software development, consulting, services, all are changing. On the business side, profit and loss, sales, business, marketing, every change. Even bigger changes with globalizations as you bring in different cultures and different workforces. Everything was around change. Some of the changes were evolutionary, but some were revolutionary. So what I put to you today is that PhD that you are getting not only gives you enormous, powerful technical capability, but you have the essence of how to manage these larger changes embedded in the years that you've put here. You know how to discover, you know how to dwell, you know how to direct change. So hopefully that's something useful. I've found a path in which, in everything I do, I find ways to think about discovering change. So right now, when you look at something, a change like government regulations on carbon, what does that mean in your chemical plant? A change like ChatGPT, how does that affect software development? That's how I discover it. Then I dwell on it. Does that mean in the chemical plant new raw materials or new process? With ChatGPT, can I actually get the right levels of quality, performance, and flexibility in this code that's generated by ChatGPT? If I do this right, can I direct change? What first process in the chemical plant do I apply it to? How do I mitigate that risk with ChatGPT? If I do write this code, what first initial modules do I apply it to? How do I test those? What's the return on investment? It's applied at the PhD level. It is applied at the larger level. It is everywhere. You have that foundation now. You can use it to do so many things. That's useful. Now, why is that relevant at this point in time? I promised you usefulness and relevance. Let's talk about relevance. I'll put it to you that we are in the most profound era of change on the planet right now. Let's talk about the changes we have. I'll just name a few because time is limited. Climate change. We've talked about that at length, whether it be extreme weather with fires, with storms, or severe weather, prolonged periods of cold, prolonged periods of heat. Massive change. And we're going to renewables with its variable generation of energy. Huge change. Geopolitical change. We have right now friction with the US and China. What that means is that they are reshoring and nearshoring. Huge supply chains. Global companies are affected. Geopolitical change. Economic change. Rising cost of everything. Labor, raw materials, the cost of capital, the cost of financing, the cost of R&D. How do I manage that in a business? Economic change. Demographic change. Massive aging of the population. Retirement of significant amounts of talent from jobs. The growth of new talent like yourself coming into these roles. Industrial changes. I talked about the industry. So think about oil and gas, electric utilities, automotive transportation. All are changing because of the need to go green. Massive change. Look at healthcare. Because of the demographics and the cost of healthcare. Huge change. Manufacturing. I mentioned the reshoring of industries or the nearshoring, putting them in Mexico, Canada. Huge changes. The computer industry. Semiconductors, AI. Massive changes. Telecommunications. We have Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos putting satellites that span the earth, a new form of internet up there on the satellites. Huge changes, and then technology changes. Generational AI, biotech and genetic engineering, quantum computing, renewable energy, 5G, blockchain, IoT. We are in a profound era of change. So now let's talk about how pivotal that is to you. You are leaving with this profound engineering degree, gives you this technological capabilities, but inside, in the essence, you know how to do massive change because you can discover, dwell, and direct this change. And you're getting this degree at the most relevant time on the planet, a period of change. This is a unique opportunity for you. You're in the right place at the right time, coming from the right institution. Useful and relevant. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Every time there's change, there is unease. People feel uneasy, uncomfortable. That's okay. In fact, that's normal. If you felt easy, if you didn't feel it was different, more than likely, you haven't discovered the changes yet. So you've got to deep harder. So now, how do you fight that unease? There are two things you do. The first is you spend time on the discover and dwell, and when you do that, you say, what is your point of view of your vision for the future? What is the positive future you're going to see if this change happens? What is the awe-inspiring outcome you're going to produce with this change? That's the first thing you do. You get that vision. You make that vision yours. And the second thing you do is you find or form a community around that vision with like-minded individuals. Feed them your vision. Let them feed you yours, theirs. Have this grow with the synergy. And if you do these two things with the vision and the community, what you'll find is you will gain excitement, then it'll go to passion, and you will overcome the unease. So now you have what looks like a formula for you. You have something useful, the 3 Ds. You discover, you dwell, you direct. You have a way of combating the unease by focusing on your vision and your community. You know you're relevant given the time of change. This is the pivotal time for you right now. Now, if you take this journey, what do you get? Well, I'll put it to you. You will learn at a scale that you have never learned before. Your experiences with friends and colleagues will make your life vibrant and exciting. You will make contributions and create value that you would be proud of. So let me leave you with a favorite quote of mine, one that I have on the wall in my office. It's by James Finch. He says, "The engineer has been and is a maker of history." The engineer has been and is a maker of history. I have this program with me here with all of your names in it. I'm going to keep this because I cannot wait to see what journeys of change you each take and how you affect history. I will end by giving you my congratulations and my best wishes as you go on this journey of change. Go big, go brave, go Bears. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin, for sharing your insights and wisdom with us. It is truly an honor to have you here with us today. Commencement is a proud day for graduates, their loved ones, and us here on stage. It is also a proud moment for the University of California. The degrees conferred by the university attest to the high achievement of our students and to the fulfillment of the primary task of the university, which is to advance knowledge. Today's ceremony recognizes engineers who have earned a Doctor of Philosophy. Before we continue, I would like to invite all of our graduates to take this time to express your appreciation to family and friends who have supported you in pursuing a graduate degree. Please stand up and give them an enthusiastic cheer. We know what a special day this is, and that many of you will be taking photographs. Please keep the aisles clear in consideration for those who are seated. It is now time to grant our candidates their hard-earned degrees and to recognize each of them by name. Lisa Garcia Bedoya, our amazing UC Berkeley's Vice Provost for Graduate Studies and Dean of the Graduate Division, will confer the degrees.
Thank you so much, Oscar. I'm going to go off script for a moment and just ask everyone to take a moment, all the graduates, and breathe. If you were like me during my doctoral graduation, you've probably spent much of the morning trying to help your friends and family figure out where to park, how to get here, where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to do, and you probably haven't had much of an opportunity to just be present in this moment. So I ask you to feel your breath, feel your feet on the ground, take a look around, and really honor what you've managed to accomplish today. The doctoral degree is the highest academic degree awarded by a university upon completion of original research resulting in a major thesis that adds to the knowledge base in a discipline. We are delighted to recognize these candidates for their extraordinary achievements. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy please rise? As you are able. This is by far the coolest part of my job. In my authority as Vice Provost for Graduate Studies and Dean of the Graduate Division of the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations. Please go ahead and be seated.
In keeping with academic tradition, we will place the hood signifying the doctoral degree over the head of each candidate. The hood's dark blue velvet border represents the doctoral degree, and its blue and gold satin lining indicates that the degree is awarded by the University of California. Candidates will be introduced by their respective department chairs. They will come forward and be joined by their faculty advisor who will present the hood. We start with the candidates from the graduate group in Applied Science and Technology.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the graduate group in Applied Science and Technology are Niharika Gupta, to be hooded by Professor Ali Javed. Xiangli Jia, to be hooded by Professor Connie Chan Hasnain. Flynn Welsh, to be hooded by Professor Mark Esther. Hongyuan Li, to be hooded by Professor Feng Wang. Jiachen Li, to be hooded by me, Junqiao Wu. Okay. We will now introduce our next round of PhD candidates from the Department of Bioengineering.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Bioengineering are Aaron Akins, hooded by Professor Sanjay Kumar. Connor Suchida, hooded by Professor Jennifer Doudna. Gabriella Lomeli, hooded by Professor Amy Herr. Nadia Ayad, hooded by Professor Valerie Weaver. Nathan Tassima Ersaro, hooded by Professor Ricky Mueller. Jasmine King, hooded by me. Imad Khwaja, hooded by me. Kelsey DeFreitas, again hooded by me. We will now introduce the next round of PhD candidates from the Department of Civil Environmental Engineering.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering are Camilo Ignacio Pinilla Ramos, hooded by Robert Cahan. Dayu Apoji, hooded by Kenichi Soga. Franklin Olia, hooded by Jonathan Bray. Christopher Bain, also hooded by Jonathan Bray. Sulin Gomez Villanueva, hooded by Iris Tomlin. Pietro Ahat Antonelli, hooded by Yasanka Rekas, and Iris Tomlin. Jessica Lazarus, hooded by Alexander Bayan and Susan Shaheen. Alexandra Pan, hooded by Susan Shaheen. Mohammed Amin Buzagrain, hooded by Joan Walker. Lillian Michelle Engel, hooded by me. Lucas Winkler Prince, hooded by me. Jinyan Zhao, hooded by Matthew DeJong. Sorry. Uyun Choi, hooded by Khalid Mosallam. Zheng Teng, hooded by Scott Mora. Dylan Cato, hooded by Scott Mora. Dimitrios Vlahoyanis, hooded by Scott Mora. Jump. Guillaume Pierre Bernard Goujard, hooded by Scott Mora. Ioana Cavada, hooded by Arpad Horvath and Scott Mora. Ahmed bin Thania, hooded by Arpad Horvath. Abigail Paulus, hooded by Amy Pickering. Manong Wong, hooded by Bao Xiaomi. Daniel Ocasio, hooded by David Sedlak. Samantha Nicole Hing, hooded by Cara Nelson. Luis Anaya, hooded by Cara Nelson. Connie Ingrid Chen, hooded by Jack Maley. We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science.
The candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences are Lydia Lee, hooded by Chris Peaster. Alex Moreno Belmares, hooded by Chris Peaster. Mauricio Bustamante Eguiguren, hooded by Michelle Maharbus and Chris Peaster. Efe Arras, hooded by Tom Cortad. Clara Wong Fanjiang, hooded by Michael Jordan and Jennifer Listgarden.
Akusua Busia, hooded by Jennifer Listgarden and Michael Jordan.
Chloe Su, hooded by Jennifer Listgarden.
Joffrey Najiar, hooded by Lauren Elgawi and Michael Mahoney.
Jiaheng Zhang, hooded by Raluca Ada Popa.
Sam Kumar, hooded by David Culler and Raluca Popa.
Zhao Kai Liu, hooded by Bora Nikolic.
Sean Huang, hooded by Bora Nikolic.
Chinmay Nirke, hooded by Umesh Vazarani.
Elizabeth Young, hooded by Satish Rao.
Wendy Lin, hooded by Kostas Spanos.
Utkarsha Agwan, hooded by Kostas Spanos and Kameshwar Pula.
Akhil Shetty, hooded by Kameshwar Pula.
Alicia Menon, hooded by Jan Rabai.
Grace Din, hooded by James Demmel.
Juan Carlos Perdomo, advised by Peter Bartlett and Moritz Hart and hooded by Ben Recht.
Sarah Fridovich Kyle, hooded by Ben Recht.
Tiansheng Shi, advised by Don Song and hooded by Raluca Popa.
Tiana Zernich, advised by Mike Jordan and Moritz Hart and hooded by Mike Jordan.
Tianyi Lin, hooded by Mike Jordan.
Vivian Wong, hooded by Ali Javi.
Maruf Ahmed, hooded by Chunlei Liu.
Jinjia Chen, hooded by Chunlei Liu.
Zoe Elaine Cohen, hooded by Chunlei Liu.
Alan Dong, hooded by Michael Lustig and Lydia Sohn.
Andrew Liu, advised by Peter Abil and hooded by Joey Gonzalez.
Daniel Rothschild, advised by Joey Gonzalez and Aditi Krishnapriyan and hooded by Joey Gonzalez.
Paras Jane, hooded by Joey Gonzalez and Jan Stoika.
Rohan Bhavishi, advised by Kaushik Sen, hooded by Jan Stoika.
Junhoon Yan, hooded by Jan Stoika.
Matthew Tansik, hooded by Ren Eng and Angju Kanazawa.
Tim Brooks, hooded by Alyosha Efros.
Bill Peebles, hooded by Alyosha Efros.
Alan Jabri, hooded by Alyosha Efros.
Ajay Jain, hooded by Alyosha Efros and advised by Peter Abil.
Aweon Bishosh, hooded by Vladimir Stoyanovich and Elad Alon.
Paul Kwan, hooded by Vladimir Stoyanovich and Elad Alon.
Richard Liu, hooded by Seth Sanders.
Sasha Sachs, advised by Jitendra Malik and Amir Zamir, hooded by Jitendra Malik.
Ashish Kumar, hooded by Jitendra Malik.
Jasmine Collins, hooded by Jitendra Malik.
Kieran Soroa Roberts, co-advised by Duncan Calloway and Seth Sanders and hooded by Duncan Calloway.
Rodrigo Marti Enriquez Alba, advised by Duncan Calloway and Kameshwar Pula and hooded by Duncan Calloway.
Alex Davenport, hooded by Murat Arstak.
Jen Dong, hooded by Kurt Koitzer.
Andrea Belbu, hooded by Anka Dragan.
Nathan Brooks, hooded by Robert Pilawa Podgorski.
Samantha Cody, hooded by Robert Pilawa Podgorski.
Thomas Punin Zachariah, hooded by Prabal Datta.
Rachel Lawrence, hooded by Alistair Sinclair.
Alex Reinking, advised by Jonathan Reagan Kelly, hooded by Sarah Chasins.
Jason Jenshawn Shu, hooded by Saif Salahuddin.
Savan Patel, hooded by Saif Salahuddin.
Aviral Kumar, hooded by Sergey Levine.
Shin Yang Gen, hooded by Sergey Levin.
Michael Janner, hooded by Sergey Levine.
Jeremy Warner, hooded by Bjorn Hartman.
Bala Saravanan, Thorowi Kumarawal, hooded by Bjorn Hartman.
Kevin Chang, hooded by Sanjit Seshia.
Tiafil Kaban, hooded by Alex Bayan.
Adelson Chua, hooded by Ricky Muller.
Ryan Cave, hooded by Ricky Muller.
Jem Yalchin, hooded by Ricky Muller.
Mirage Ganbari, hooded by, can you guess, Ricky Muller.
Siddhant Mohanty, hooded by Prasad Raghavendra.
Siki Leo, advised by Ale Chiesa and hooded by Prasad Raghavendra.
Yeshwant Cherapantamjeri, advised by Peter Bartlett and hooded by Prasad Raghavendra.
Zifang Forrest Huang, hooded by John Kenny.
Alex Kodaverdian, advised by Nir Yosef and hooded by David Wagner.
Michael Lem, hooded by Claire Tomlin. Marius Wigert. Hooded by Claire Tomlin. Sagarita Kadir Isatu. Hooded by Sujay Liu.
We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research are Mahan Tajrobekar, advised by Shin Gu, hooded by Ilan Adler. Eric Bertelli, hooded by Candy Yano. Yuhua Ding, advised by Javad Lavai, hooded by me. Hansheng Zhang, advised by Max Shen and Aditya Guntubayena, and hooded by me. We will now introduce the next round of candidates from the Department of Material Science and Engineering.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Material Science and Engineering are Emma Vargo, supervised by Professor Ting Xu and hooded by Ahmad Omar. Megha Acharya, hooded by Lane Martin. Zimeng Zhang, supervised Professor Ramesh and hooded by Lane Martin. Yize Jiang, hooded by Lane Martin. Hao Zhuang, supervised by Jeffrey Reimer and Mark Asta, hooded by Jeff Reimer. Steven Zeltman, hooded by Andy Miner. Jennifer Donahue, hooded by Andy Miner. Ariana Evelyn Jaramillo, hooded by Phil Messersmith. Tanjing He, hooded by Gibran Sider. Dogankan Sari, hooded by Gibran Sider. Benjisu Yasser Sari, hooded by Mary Scott. Alexandra Brufak, hooded by Mary Scott. Alice Ray Kennedy, hooded by Mary Scott. Jimin Kim, supervised by Professor Pei-Dong Yang, hooded by Phil Messersmith. Li Cheng Wang, hooded by Saif Salahuddin. Jordan Philip Burns, hooded by Christine Pearson. Matthew James McDermott, hooded by Christine Pearson. John Dodd Dallin, hooded by Christine Pearson. Soren Victoria Wakanda, hooded by me. Anas Abu Odey, hooded by Mark Esta. Nicholas Paul Winner, hooded by Mark Esta. Maria Christina Fogeres, advised by Professor Pei-Dong Yang, hooded by Mark Esta. We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Nathaniel Goldberg, hooded by Oliver O'Reilly. Aaron Candell, hooded by Scott Mora. Cynthia Tsao, hooded by Dennis Liu and Hannah Stewart. Michael A.G. Abbott, hooded by Hannah Stewart. Sa Riem Kim, hooded by Ron Fearing and Hannah Stewart. Monica Lee, hooded by Hannah Stewart. Laura Triers, hooded by Hannah Stewart. Kate Schweidel, advised by Murat Arkak and Andy Packard, hooded by Murat Arkak. Tony Zeng, hooded by Francesco Borelli. Edward Zhu, hooded by Francesco Borelli. Alana Cooney, hooded by Van Carey. Matthew Elicieri, hooded by Kostas Grigoropoulos. Priya Garg, hooded by Michael Golner. Pei Sheng He, hooded by Li Wei Lin. Yander Tung, hooded by Li Wei Lin. Karan Jain, hooded by Mark Mueller. Prashanath Kotaru, hooded by Kaushal Srinath. Ayush Agarwal, hooded by Kaushal Srinath. Fernando Castañeda, hooded by Kaushal Srinath. Jason Timothy Parker, hooded by Simo Makiharyu. Anthony Consiglio, hooded by Boris Rubinsky. Drew Lilly, hooded by Ravi Prasher. Divya Chalise, hooded by Ravi Prasher. Nathaniel Wager, hooded by Ravi Prasher. Bowen Zheng, hooded by Grace Gu. Karamon Gufran Demir, hooded by Grace Gu. We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Nuclear Engineering.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Nuclear Engineering. Dinara Ermakova, advised by Jasmina Vujic, Haruka Wainwright, hooded by Jasmina Vujic. Yifan Zheng, advised by Kai Vetter and Yang Ho So, hooded by Kai Vetter and Yang Ho So. Jake Hekla, hooded by Kai Vetter. Gray Beatty, advised by Kai Vetter. Rashid August, advised by Peter Hosman. Andrew Lee Yan Han Dong, hooded by Peter Hosman. Sarah Rochelle Stevenson, hooded by Peter Hosman. Evan Still, hooded by Peter Hosman. Omar Ashraf Alzabi, hooded by Per Peterson. Clara Olivesatos, hooded by Per Peterson. Yves Robert, hooded by Max Frattoni. Lorenzo Vargari, hooded by Raluca Scarlett. That was it. All right. Done.
To all of our distinguished Doctor of Philosophy graduates from across the college, we congratulate you. Well, I think we all felt the love and appreciation there. You are now and forever Berkeley engineers and graduates of the finest public university in the nation and one of the top engineering schools in the world. Be proud. We certainly are proud of you. We hope that you'll remember these years at Berkeley with fondness, both the joyful times and the challenging ones. Stay in touch with each other and with us through the contacts noted in your program. Please come back to share your experiences and impart your knowledge and wisdom to those students who follow you. This will always be your home. This concludes our doctoral commencement ceremony. After you leave Zellerbach, we invite you to make your way to the Campanile, that's a big clock tower, for a reception hosted by the College of Engineering. We ask that guests remain seated as our PhD graduates exit first. Members of the audience can meet the newly minted Doctors of Philosophy outside in the plaza. So this is it. Best wishes to our graduates, and go Bears!